to my channel. It's Crochets. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Now in this tutorial, I'm going to guide you on how to make a bikini bottom. I already showed you in my previous video on how to make the bikini top. Now this is going to be the bikini bottom, and in this tutorial I'll be using a 3mm hook. I'll be using a pair of scissors. I already have this already made. If you don't know how to make this, please check out my previous video, just the one before this. You'll be able to see how I made this daisy flower. Then I'll also be using this thread and this needle to attach this onto our bikini bottom. And for the yarn, I'll be using this shade of blue. I think this is raw blue. And I'll be doubling my strands. It's 100% acrylic. I recommend acrylic for such projects. I recommend acrylic, 100% acrylic. Then I'll be doubling my strands, reason because it's too thin, but you can use any worsted yarn, single strand for a worsted yarn. But if you have lightweight, please double it so that we don't have it as a see-through. So we're going to make a slip knot. Then chain. We're going to chain, I've already chained one. Chain 25 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll be back when I have 25 stitches. I'm back with my 25 stitches of chains. So I'll block off here and chain 3 more. Then place a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook here where we've blocked off. Place a double crochet. Go on placing normal double crochets across the chains. Just normal double crochets. We're going to start with the front. We've started with the front part of the bikini bottom. I'll meet you when I'm at the edge. I'm done, and if you're to count across, we have a total of 26 stitches. Chain 2, turn your work. We're going to start reducing throughout our rows. We have to make sure we reduce. This is how we're going to be reducing. Those who never saw it in my previous video. Yarn over, go into the 2nd stitch, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, pull through 2. You have 2 loops, yarn over, go to the next stitch here, insert your hook, pull through. You have 4 stitches on your hook, pull through 2. Hold on. Pull through 2. You have 3 stitches on your hook, pull through all. That's how we reduce. So we've reduced these 2 stitches to 1 stitch. It's now counted as 1. Go placing normal double crochets in the next stitches until you have only 3 stitches remaining to end of this row. I'll be back when I have the 3 stitches here around here. Now we have 3 stitches to end. We have 3 stitches to end. We are going to yarn over, insert our hook, pull through. You have 3 loops, pull through 2. You have 2 loops, yarn over, insert in the 2nd last stitch. Yarn over, you have 3 loops on your hook. Sorry, you have 4 loops on your hook, pull through 2. You have 3 stitches on your hook, pull through all. Then place a normal double crochet in the last one. The first and last stitches must have just normal double crochets without reducing. We want straight edges. Now chain 2, turn your work. We're going to reduce again. I'm going to show you one last time before I leave you to go on your own. Now one more thing, you should notice a reduction of 2 stitches in each row. Here we started with 26, here we have now 24. So our next row must consist of 22 stitches. Yarn over, go into this next stitch, pull through 2. Yarn over, go into this next stitch, insert your hook, pull through. You have 4 loops on your hook, pull through 2. You have 3 loops on your hook, pull through all. There we go. So continue doing normal double crochets until you have 3 stitches here, and I'll show you one more time how to reduce. I'm here and I have 3 stitches to end this row. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, pull through 2. You have 2 loops, yarn over, go to the second last stitch, insert your hook, pull through. You have 4 loops on your hook, pull through 2. You have 3 loops on your hook, pull through all. Place a normal double crochet in the very last stitch. Don't forget that, because you want to have straight edges. Nobody wants edges which are not straight. Chain 2, turn your work. You're going to do what I've been showing you on these edges until we remain with it with only at least 3 stitches. So go on reducing like that. I'll meet you when you only have those stitches. I have reached here and I have 4 stitches remaining only 4 stitches. 1 2 3 4. 1, then these 2 together it counts as 1, and these next 2 together it counts as 1, then this last one, those are 4. So chain 2. Our next few stitches won't involve reducing. Just go in the next stitch, place a double crochet, and go in the next stitch, place a double crochet, and in the last stitch and place a double crochet. See? Then chain 2, turn your work. We want to make our crotch. Continue doing just normal double crochets for 4 stitches per row. We want to have a total of 7 rows of these 4 normal double crochets. Chain 2. So far I have 2. Now I need to make 5 more rows. That's our crotch area. Do that. Chain 2, turn your work, place a double crochet on top of the previous row on each of the stitches. I'll meet you when you're done with the 7 rows and we start on the back part. Now that we are done with the 7 rows, we are going to start increasing to make the back part. Chain 2, turn your work, place another double crochet in that very stitch. 5. Then go to the next stitches in the middle and place just normal double crochets. Then in the very last stitch, chain 2. Place 2 double crochets. There we are. Chain 2, turn your work. Let me first chain 2, place another double crochet in that very stitch. Then in the next middle stitches, just place normal double crochets. So increasing is easier, I think, than reducing. We just place 2 double crochets in the first stitch and the last stitch. Do that until we have I think I'll be letting you know of how many stitches I'll be having when I'm done. It's as easy as putting just 2 double crochets in the last stitch and in the first stitch. Chain 2. Don't forget to always chain 2 and don't chain 3, because when you chain 3 there is that weird gap you always have at the beginning and at the end, which is not good. So please continue. I'll meet you and I'll show you how many rows I'll be having. I'm back and I have 15 rows, like from here up. I have 15 rows. These rows where we've started increasing. I have 15 rows and I have a total of 33 stitches. Now I'm going to start doing the strings. Oh, I had removed this. So I'll make a string of 100. Hold on, this looks blurry. I'm going to make 100 chains. I'm going to make 100 chains to be my strap string that will go to the waist. I'll do 100 chains. Then after, I'll also attach my hook here and do 100 chains. Then also go this side to the front. I'll do 100 chains also here, even here. Then I'll be back to show you how to attach this onto the front. Okay, meet you there. Okay, I'm done with my I'm done attaching the strings. So you're going to get your needle with the thread. Don't forget your daisy flower. I used a very thin thread. Let me see if I can get it. Where is it? Here it is. Here, it's very small, thin. I don't know what that is. So we go to the front of our piece. This is the front. We want to attach it somewhere in the middle. It will be here. Yeah, it will be perfect here. This is the front. Here, the smaller one is the front. Now we're going to start stitching. If you have pins, please make sure you pin each petal onto the flower. But since I don't have pins, and those who don't have pins, you're going to do like me. You're going to be a bit extra careful so that we don't have something like this, like this attached on this. It won't look good. We have to have something so uniform, like so smart. So try to first analyze how you're going to attach each of them onto the piece. I think this will do. I think this will do. It will do. So let's start. Insert your needle and make sure it goes through. Then pull the thread. My thread is a bit long. I don't want it to disturb me during the course. Then I'll have to add more. I don't want that. So I made a long thread. So attach, then go here, then go out through this petal, this stitch. I'll be using these loops, these outer loops. I think they're the back loops. And attach. There we are. Now go here. We are going to go in, but on the body, not through the petal, but on the body. Then like that. Make sure you always check behind here so that nothing remains, like something you're working with, the thread doesn't remain. Now go onto the petal here in this loop inside and attach. We're going to be doing that for all the petals. Hope it's easy. It's easy, by the way. You have nothing to worry about. Now into the here, when we are entering here, we go onto the blue one, the blue part, not the white part like this, no. Because when you do it, like if you only insert into the petals, you're going to realize that it's not really firm onto the blue part. Okay, so please do what I'm telling you through the blue part. Just attach anywhere next to the petal, but not on the petal. Then when you're going out, you go onto the petal. The petal, those are these. Okay, the leaves of the flower. You have to be careful with every stitch you do, so that it doesn't, one stitch can change your petal to a different side and you end up doing something that is like this, you see. So try to make sure you're careful with each stitch you do. We're going to just go around like this, okay? Then into the body. Try to make sure everything is done. Then onto the petal. Oh, let me not get out. Onto the petal here. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be glad for your subscription. I don't know what should my next tutorial be about. If you guys have suggestions, I'll be glad to know your suggestions. I'll be ready to help. Anywhere you feel you have a lot of problem or trouble. So you're going to go on doing this. Make sure you look at your flower every stitch, every after 2 stitches, okay? Because it's not as easy as this normal crochet. Like this one, you can just frog your work a little, I mean unveil a little. Unlike this one, you don't just unveil. If you have to unveil all of it. So make sure you look at your work every after. So you're going to continue like that. Hold on. So you're going to continue like this. You enter into the body, that's the blue part. Then you get out while stitching into the white part. Make sure you check your flower every after 2 stitches. I know what I'm talking about. Because I also saw a little bit of problem with the first time I tried this out. We want our flower to be in the center, in the very good center. Not too much on this side and not too less on this side. Nothing like that. So we have to keep it good. So continue doing that until you're done stitching up your whole flower. Okay? Don't forget to always look behind, because you might just think everything is well, yet you've done this. You see? You have to first pause and untangle this. These threads might be a little bit hard to untangle. So continue doing that. I'll make sure when you're done attaching your whole daisy onto this piece. What else will be left to do? I'll just show you how mine will look like, okay?